What is going on, everyone? John Pascavage here, and on the road yet again, going back to the Potomac River, just a little south of Washington, D.C., and this time it's for the MLF Toyota Series. Now, if you've been with me this year, you've seen me fish the first two of the BFL Northeast Division tournaments here, and I've found some things and done pretty well, but this one's going to be at a bit different of a level. And it's a little different because the way this one works, today's Wednesday, and tomorrow is Thursday, June 23rd, and then what happens is everybody fishes the first 2 days, and then on Championship Saturday, June 25th, that's my birthday, by the way, so I'm feeling lucky here. But anyway, top 25 co-anglers and pros or boaters advance to Saturday to fish on the third day. Now, if you're with me last time, I figured some things out, and I really kind of established a nice pattern, but by the time I got around to it, it was a little late in the day and just a little too much ground to make up for, but I still caught some nice fish. So I'm gonna need 2 days of nice bags here to really get into this thing. So I'm in my hotel room now. I'm staying at the La Quinta Inn in Waldorf, Maryland. About half an hour from the ramp and the launch over at Smallwood State Park. And just had some dinner, got some takeout, and it was quite nice because I haven't really eaten much all day today. But anyway, we're boat 11 tomorrow, first flight. It's a 6:30 blast off, 2:30 check-in. So got that going. And this is going to be, there's 192 boats, so this is the largest bass tournament by number of participants I've ever been in. So, you know, take what you will from that. It's definitely going to be a big test for me, but I'm excited and looking forward to it. Kind of debating about my strategy tomorrow too. What I did was I got 6 rods going, 3 bait casters, 3 spinning rods, and what I'm going to do is right now I have a small top water tied on to one, and then I have 2 medium heavy bait casting rods. I'm going to start one with a swim jig and one with a brush hog, which I can pitch and drag around. Then I got some spinning rods, which one I got a Ned rig tied on right now, but I might switch that over to a drop shot later in the day, or maybe even a wacky rig or something like that. I have a weightless Texas rigged senko on a medium spinning rod, and I got a medium heavy spinning rod with a shaky head. If I could get one of those bites going tomorrow and maybe get some bites from some of these pressured fish, I think that would be very beneficial, but we'll kind of have to wait and see how the day plays out. But anyway, it's going to be a very long day tomorrow. I got to be up. I'm going to be getting some sleep here real soon, because I got to be up about 3:30 in the morning. And then there's another issue where they're only letting us launch about 150 boats from Smallwood State Park, and I guess the others have to go to the next nearest ramp and launch and drive over. So, I mean, basically everyone's kind of chomping at the bit to get there as soon as the gates open around 4 a.m. So we'll see what happens there. And of course, the other thing is I got Gretchen coming down tomorrow to support us. So, I mean, I don't know if she's going to make it to the weigh-in tomorrow or not, but she'll be here tomorrow night, and then she'll be there for the weigh-in on Friday. And, you know, Saturday's my birthday, so, you know, I figure if I fish, great, it'll be great to have her there cheering me on. If not, well, you know, if I come up on the short end of the bat, you know, we'll do some sightseeing, maybe do a little shopping and make a day out of it anyway. But yeah, stay tuned. Well, folks, it just started pouring down rain here. I heard a whooshing sound. I initially thought it was the AC, but it's raining cats and dogs out there right now. I'm really hoping that that's not going to screw with what I have in mind here too much, because it can muddy that water up in a hurry. So it's about 3:30 in the morning here, and I'm just getting ready to go. And, well, it rained about 2 inches last night. You know, that's a little bit concerning. And I got a feeling some people's game plans are going to be significantly altered here. But, you know, I guess on the other hand, that's kind of the hallmark of a good angler. So just got to adapt and figure things out. But I don't know what this is. Like, this is about, even back in Central PA, is about the 4th time this has happened this year. You know, they call for, you know, a chance of showers or a little bit of rain, and then we end up getting an inch or two. I don't know what's going on this year, but just seems like it's becoming almost normal. It's weird.
We got 9 and boat number 10. Got you 10. Boat number 11. Got you 11. Boat number 12. Got you 12. Boat number 13. Got you 13.
Not terrible. There we go. Yep. Not that big though. Thanks. Same size as the other one. Same exact size as the last one. That's something. Oh my. Man. Yep. Coming right. Yeah, that's gonna be, hopefully.
I guarantee you. You could probably sell an inch back. I bet that's the.
He swallowed it too. Yeah. Yet. Feels pretty decent. Actually no. Thanks. Oh, at least this one is marginally bigger. At least get this one back so it doesn't. Okay. Feels bigger, yeah. If this is a bass, this might. I don't know if this is a bass. Oh yeah. Coming around. All right.
That'll work.
Thank you.
When it jumped, I thought it was 5.
I thought it was like 5 or 6 there. But... Oh, I keep swallowing the damn thing, so we know we got the right bait at least. Yeah, I might have to cut that hook off, unfortunately. Yeah. I had to cut the hook. It's pretty deep. Okay, let's see here. Guy here. This guy. What's that?
I wasn't seeing grass on it.
Looks good. All right.
I'm too ballistic to have any.
That's actually not quite. Gosh. Yeah, that's not bad. That's 3, 2.5.
That's the way you come see me, buddy.
Five. Thank you.
Picked up co-angler out of Warriors Mark, Pennsylvania, John Pascavage.
Yep.
That close?
Yep.
All right. Let's see what they weigh, man. It's got a limit.
Yep.
Limit out of the back of the boat. John Pascavage. Today. Get them still there. We got about 10 pounds, 10 ounces. They're about 4 plates.
What's lunker for the
Big
co-angler?
bass co-angler. Let's try one out if you got one.
I got one.
Here's co-angler, big bass on the co-angler side, 311. Let's see if he's got one to push 4. We'll get a weight on it, then we get a good photo. Beautiful fish right there. That fish is going to weigh 3 pounds, 3 ounces. Hold her up there. Get you a photo while we got her out. 3, keep your anchor in that bag today. Good work.
Thank you.
Here's your other weight ticket on the
Sir.
big fish. Good work, man.
Hey.
Nice fish, dude. What's your name again?
John Pascavage.
John Pascavage. Thanks, John.
Thank you. Thank you.
They good? You want to look quick?
That's good, thanks. Well, look who came down. Future Mrs. Pascavage. Best co-angler ever. Co-angler and marshal ever.
Yes, that's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
All right.
Let's go get something to eat.
Let's do it. Got a big day ahead of us tomorrow. Need some fuel.
That's right.
All right. Well, folks, it's the morning of day 2 here. I finished up day 1, caught 10 pounds, 10 ounces with a 3 pound, 3 ounce big fish. And that puts me in 88th place out of 197 on the co-angler side. So, but I mean, looking to crack the top 25 overall to Fish Championship Saturday. And, you know, that sounds like a lofty goal given where I'm at now, but there's literally only about there's a little over 2 pounds separating where I'm at from 25th place at right now. So it's just a matter of finding a bit more quality on each fish. So hopefully I can do it today.
Boat number 186. That's 186. Boat number 186. That's 186. Boat number 188. That's 188. Boat number 189.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks. check him. I think he's good.
What is it?
12. Nice. Gotta get rid of him later.
Look at this.
I was optimistic after that one, and then the day kind of went downhill. Oh, they're spitting up all kinds of craws in here.
Yeah, he caught 2 good.
Yep. And the other 2 barely measure. Nah. I got 4.
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
Could not get the last one to bite.
We caught a few like that one he just dropped in there.
Yep. Alright. Thanks.
I'll fill mine and hand it to you.
Alright, it's fine.
Cuts. By the skin of your teeth, you better go cross your fingers, buddy. I mean, serious. Next up, co-angler out of Warriors Mark, Pennsylvania, John Pascavage. 10-10 yesterday.
Yep.
4 more in the bag today. You'll need 4 good ones. We need 14-4. Got 4 today. Got a jumper in there. All right, hands back. There we go. Don't want to lose any weight for you. Got it. 9 pounds 3 ounces. 19-13, John.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it, man.
You-
Oh, yeah, Carol. You see that? Another load to the front.
Alright, sweet. So when the big ones are.
Oh shit.
A couple big ones.
Got him.
Thank you. You should see the one this guy's weighing in here. It's like a 6. Thank you. So I ended up in 77th place out of 197 on the co-angler side. I had 19 pounds, 13 ounces over 2 days, and I think I needed a little over 24 to make the cut for the 3rd day. But you know, still a great experience, and I feel like overall I'm pleased, and it was one of the more fun few days of fishing I've ever had. Basically, I feel like I hung in there with some of the better anglers around, and I also learned some things that, you know, I kind of need to work on to really get myself to that next level, and kind of where I need to direct, you know, more of my work to hit my goals. So that was good as well. So now I'm going to take you through a few of the baits I fished and what we did throughout the 2 days I was there, and really what worked. And I kept it pretty simple, and you know, 3 techniques really produced for me. So I'll take you through those right now. So day 1, we hit this flat. According to my boater, Daryl Esterly, the water there was a little, obviously, you saw the rain that happened before the first day, and the water there was almost chocolate milk and just a little dirtier than it had been earlier in the week. So we started out there, and he caught one on a spinner bait, and I think he caught another on, I don't remember, it was either a chatterbait or a lipless. I couldn't get anything going in that spot. We made a run to a small creek, and we began, you know, we worked some grass there. He said he'd done really well there, and we hit this one dock. And finally, just on a Texas rig weightless black senko, there was this one part of the dock where there was a post, and then there was the ladder going down to the water right next to it. So I pitched it in the area between it, and sure enough, my line went out and I had my first keeper. It was decent. And then we moved to a spot we spent most of the day, and we proceeded. We were actually both throwing just this black Senko, although he was throwing it weightless and wacky rigged. I was throwing it Texas rigged. For whatever reason, I like the action of it a bit more this way, but for whatever reason, he seemed to be getting a lot more bites than I was and catching some more size. So, you know, maybe they were preferring it, but I ended up catching another keeper there. We were kind of just going back and forth, and we'd put the power poles down and move a little bit, put them down, drift a little bit, and just kind of keep working the grass on each side and kind of just fan casting the area. Now, another thing that I thought worked really well there, and I thought was going to be a lot bigger of a player than it actually was just a swim jig. I just have a bluegill. It's a bluegill color here, and yeah, the trailer's kind of tore up. So I'll definitely, next time I fish this, I'll put another one on. It has some chartreuse in it. I thought this was going to be a lot bigger of a player just because it worked so well in that BFL a couple weeks ago. But you know, I did catch 2 keepers on that, just in that same area, and we kind of just, like I said, we kind of just the rest of the day. We kind of just drifted through there. I did end up filling my limit there, and then I made 2 culls. Just one was I basically traded out a 12 and a 1/4 incher for a 12 and 3/4 incher, and then I caught a really nice one that ended up being 3-3. I thought we both thought it was a lot bigger when it jumped in the water, but it seems like that happens a lot in the Potomac just because of all the weeds and everything. But yeah, that was a good cull, and I ended up day 1 with 10 pounds 10 ounces, and that had me in 88th place. But the top 25, what did I need? I think I had 10 pounds 10 ounces. I think I needed 12 pounds 9 ounces. So, you know, I had these 2 13 and 3/4 inch fish I just could not get out that day. But, you know, it's just that cut, that's just another couple inches on each of those 2 fish. I'm probably in with that. So it's just, you know, I know that I'm right there, you know, right where I need to be. It's just a matter of making it happen. Day 2 rolled around, and I got paired with Marshall Robinson, and we proceeded to run some creeks. First spot, I hooked up almost right off the bat with a 4-pounder on, you know, just the same thing, the black Senko, just Texas rigged, weightless, throwing it out there, kind of dragging it through the grass, even just kind of hopping it a bit and letting it fall and do its thing. I caught that big one, and it was just a few casts later, I had another keeper, about a 13 incher. And I was pretty optimistic at that point. I thought I was going to really do well, but the success kind of petered out, and I struggled to catch 2 more keepers. And I think I had 2 more bites the rest of the day. But anyway, you're not going to see those fish in this video just due to a request not to share the spot we went to after that, which, you know, is totally fair. I get it. I understand. But anyway, we went back in another creek, and he actually did really well. Chatterbait and some other different flipping baits. He did really well, and he caught a lot of nice ones in there. And I proceeded to catch another good one in there with this is just a KVD 1.5 squarebill and a craw color. And later in the day, I caught my final keeper. Just same thing on this Senko. It's kind of funny because at the area we were, I had it behind the boat, and I hooked it, and I'm thinking, okay, this is either, you know, it's either a catfish, a snakehead, or it's a nice bass. And I'm thinking I have a really nice one on, and when it finally gets to the boat, I have a 12.5 inch bass and about probably 5 pounds of weed. So that was kind of discouraging, but hey, it is what it is. And day number 2, I ended up with 9 pounds 3 ounces, which, you know, wasn't what I was looking for, but a lot of the co-anglers struggled on the second day, so that actually bumped me up, and it bumped me up into 77th place. So not as much weight as I needed to make that final day, to make the top 25. But, you know, as I said, still a great experience, lots of fun. Anyway, as I said, I learned a lot, and I do want to give a shout out to both of my boaters, Daryl Esterly and Marshall Robinson. They both ended up doing really well in the tournament, and I think they both actually made day 3 and cashed good checks. So congratulations to both of them. They were both great, and I learned a lot from them. And as I was saying earlier, I kind of learned a lot about, you know, some of the things I need to work on from this tournament, right? And I think one of the things is just, you know, kind of spinnerbait, chatterbait game, moving baits like that, just because I know I throw them, but I don't really have a lot of confidence in my ability. And I've never really seen a time where, you know, they'll hit that, but they won't hit other baits. So I think what I really need to do is just get out there with, you know, nothing but chatterbaits and just pick a stretch of bank or on a good lake I like and just go down it. And if I don't catch anything, I don't catch anything. But eventually it's gonna come to me. I'm gonna catch a few fish, and it's really gonna just, you know, build my confidence up a bit. Another thing I've kind of learned is that in these tournaments, you tend to narrow it down to a few techniques, and then everything else just kind of becomes auxiliary. So that's something you kind of got to look to do, develop your own patterns. But at the same time, also kind of try and establish multiple patterns. Like, I know that the guy on day 1, he actually was catching them on a topwater popper, and I think he caught 20 pounds, but that bite just pretty much fizzled out for him the rest of the time. So you really got to learn to be kind of multi-dimensional while at the same time, you know, sticking to those patterns. But yeah, it was a great, overall, like I said, it was a great experience. I'm pleased. I'm very glad I did it. Now for the MLF tournaments, the BFLs, my attention, we're kind of done with the tidal fishing on the Potomac, and now the tournaments are going to go north to upstate New York. So we're going to be fishing the St. Lawrence River, Lake Champlain. Lake Champlain, I'm going to do the BFL, but the Toyota Series for that is actually, it's in the middle of the week. I think it's Tuesday through Thursday. So I don't know if if I want to take off work for that. And I understand why, because, you know, there's a lot of guys who are going to do the BFL and then do the Toyota Series, which, you know, there's obviously no, unless they live close enough to make it back, there's no point in, you know, going there for the BFL and then driving all the way home and back a couple days later, which I get, but, you know, the schedule just isn't convenient. And then the final BFL, the super tournament, is going to be on Cayuga Lake, New York. Unfortunately, I am going to be on vacation that week, and it would be the Saturday I'm supposed to come back, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I kind of got to think about it and figure it out. Maybe I'll come back. It just depends if I'm, you know, still, if it's like do or die for the regional, or if I'm pushing for, you know, one of the top 10 spots, or even co-angler of the year. You know, maybe I'll do it, but otherwise, I don't know. I don't know if I really want to end vacation a day early for it. But then there's also I might do the final Toyota Series of the year, which is going to be in September. I think it's September 18th or 20th or something like that. It's going to be back to the St. Lawrence River, fall time, a lot of smallmouth, lots of finesse fishing, Ned rigs, drop shots, shaky heads, tubes, things like that, even some jerk baits in there, which I consider that to be a strength of mine, those types of baits. So definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for watching. Thank you all for your support. I appreciate you all. Oh, and I want to thank everyone for the birthday wishes. My birthday was Saturday, June 25th, so thank you very much. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you all, and thank you for watching. Oh, and you know you're jealous of the shirt. Basically, if you're wondering about it, Gretchen got us shirts that kind of complement each other. Hers is gray and says the best catch of his life, and mine says one lucky fisherman. So we, you know, anytime she joins me, we might wear these and just kind of compliment each other. It's just cute and funny, and I'm very happy that she did that.